Your Humanities Half Hour is brought to you by the Northern Marianas Humanities Council, navigating the human experience together.
Hafaday, Piro, and welcome to Your Humanities Half Hour. I'm Catherine Perry, and today we're going to be talking about an important virtue in both the Indigenous Chamorro and Carolinian cultures of the Marianas, the virtue of respect. Respeto, Awoowoo. And today we're going to approach it from a little different perspective, going back to the home islands of the Carolinians, where they immigrated from in the 1800s, the Caroline Islands. And we're going to hear about respect on the island of Satawal. We have two guests today from that beautiful island. It's my pleasure to welcome Metewalur and Erailug. Faisho te romami.
Margaret, thank you very much.
Thank you for making time to share with us about life in Satawal. And I'm very excited to share an important part of life that I saw when I got to go there. How respect is an important part of everything in the community. Awoowoo. Right?
Oh,
Oh, I meant to ask you respectfully, would you like to introduce yourself in the traditional Satawalese way?
okay. Satawalese or English?
Mila Shakiel,
Okay.
whatever you'd like.
Okay, my name is Isidore Metewalur. I am from the island of Satawal. I am 67 years old. I've been teaching small kids or the Head Start kids for 20 years. And my clan's name is Katamang. That's where my great-great-grandmother adopted to. So I consider that as my own clan. But my original clan before me is Sauset.
Ngang itay Robert Erailug ngang rai Satawal ngang isup nanatoro June 18, 1959 wegina olay kume nimo ragi ngang mo sa tawan ngang rai minister non Catholic itandaya nang ngang rai rasausan ina itandaya nang mo sa tawan.
I remember when we went to Satawal, the first thing we had to do was go to the men's house, present ourselves to the chief, and do what you did. This is my name, this is where I'm from, this is my clan, if you have a clan. Why is that an important form of respect? Why do we do that?
The reason why those who come from the outer island will introduce themselves to the chiefs or to the community, so the clan or the clan on that island will know if you are related to them or what. But as soon as the chief said that, okay, you are okay to go and look around, and those that they are related to you will come and grab your hand and take you home and give whatever they want to give you, or food or whatever.
Okay. So it's an important way for people to know your relationship.
Relationship to them.
Meta mengi, meta ipital Awoowoo rel Satawal, or in any community, what is the importance? Why is it important to have respect?
The reason why it is important to have respect on the island, it's like the newcomers or those that they come to our island, they can tell the relationship between me and them, because the way I speak to them and the way they speak to me, those words that I use to them, like respect words, because those that they are older or my uncle, I can say not those words that are respectful to them, and those that are like the nephews or nieces and sisters and the younger brothers will also say the same words to me, like the respectful words. Awoowoo. Like if I have something to eat, I have to tell my uncles or my older brother, how Lulu, are the words that we use to the uncles, older brother, chiefs, the older people. Even they're not from our clan, but they are older than us. We can say those words to them. Yeah.
So the words you use, respectful words, help other people also to know what is the relationship between you and who you're talking to.
Ina Isidore Metewalur na ia mempana epoito sapu rawa rare ngesa para mama ya arnono arfaniar pusipusona sipu faisona para ramas igene isar minawa sisegu kunawa ina tapeni mire sipu faisona para mera ya sappa kirio te far manawe repusa ng te far ina minne sigini sigini muran pu rawa war faniar pusipuno ng simete fagani minika wakitaki war faniar.
So having respect makes the community more beautiful. You said the land makes it more enjoyable, pleasant to live on the land together. Abo? So a lot of respect is given to the chief. What are some ways people show respect to the chief?
Like, not every people or not everybody will go to the chief directly. For example, since I'm the older in our clan, and those that I really need something to pass on to the chief, they have to come, those from my clan, they have to come to me and they discuss and they express what they really need to tell me, what they really need to be discussed with the chief. So after that, I go to the next one, next to the chief. So I go to the next to the chief and we discuss things, what need to be done. So after that, both me and the next one go to the chief. And that's one way of respecting chief. Not everybody will go straight to the chief.
It kind of sounds like the military. Chain of command, right?
Yeah.
Chain of command. You go to the person above you who goes to the person above them and makes it orderly. Everything is in.
But us, we call it the teddy petty. You know the coconut leaves? Yeah. You know, because there is one at very bottom.
Like a vine?
No, that coconut.
Oh, coconut leaf. Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
So the bottom one is the chief. So when it dies, the next one will be the next chief. That's what we call the teddy petty. That when the chief die, this one be next, and so this one die, and this one next.
So the chief, my understanding is if there are resources like fish, they catch fish, they bring it to the chief. And then the chief, bring it to the chief. What is the chief's responsibility when things are brought to him out of respect?
The chief's responsibility is to divide the fish equally among the people.
Ina. Ta permine puani oro Awoowoo ngare orik. Yo nge ito ngasapi minne puito puena pu fanga yo. Era na iyo pu fini ngare fite mana pu finir por puito amak kuminu. Ngai minne pu nganir metana pu feringani. Ikiwe ngare mongoko.
So he will, like you said, make sure that it's divided equally.
Equally. But he has the chief has to appoint, not him, but he has to appoint those that they're going to distribute the food among the people equally.
We were talking before the show about food and how respect is shown when it comes to food. What is one example? Oh, other than the fish, but like breadfruit or taro.
Tapene renawa renamo ar tapene miniga sapuyo rumongo ye remu ye ne rai yung opugai tingarer yokai rumorer iweir emmer perpu fang ikina para ke wa renamo posisigai na siana pui poko fat posigai na sigar tingar
I have something to add to it. Like, if I have food, I can share it to you. If you have food, you can share it to me. But not like the Western style. Western style, they say that if I come to ask you for food, so I have to buy something, the food from you. And if I have food, then you want food, you come and buy it from me. But in our culture, we say that what you have is mine. What I have is yours. That means if you need something from me, for example, food, I can share it with you. If you have food, you can share it with me. So those are the things that we really do exercise on Satawal. It's not like what you have is yours, what I have is mine. But everyday life, we say, what I have is yours, what you have is mine.
Mm. And like you were saying, if you need food, you don't just go and harvest from the tree or whatever. You go to the person who owns that tree or has that tree to ask them.
And there's also one way, like if I'm from this village and I'm married to this village, and my relatives decide to give one breadfruit tree or one taro patch to my children or my wife. So when they give those things, they're not going to pick from that's a respect way not to pick. So those that they're going to pick from that tree or the taro patch are those people that I married into their village.
Mm-hmm. So you guys recently had a really bad drought.
Yeah.
And there was the food, my understanding was that the taro was starting to rot because the seawater came in water. How did you show respect in the sharing of resources during this incident? Before the help came, how did you manage that as a community?
That chief said that they have the women, like for the women, because they're the one that taking care of the taro pads. The women have to go like they go together. They go together and pick the taro from the taro pads and share with the people.
So, if I'm not mistaken, normally every family has their own area, like you said, their own patch. Yeah. So, are you saying that during the drought, it was no longer just your family eating from that patch, but maybe it was shared with the community?
We share with, because at the time, most of the taro patches are down. So those that they have not really good, but much better. So they share to those villages that they've been struggle of food.
And nobody went and picked taro that was not theirs?
No.
Have you ever known that to happen in your lifetime, where somebody forgot their respect and did something that they weren't supposed to do?
No. I never seen that, never heard about it.
That's very strong.
Mm. And also when the chiefs know that the island is in drought condition, so they ban not to go in the bush or in the taro patch. There's a certain time that they blow the conch. Now that's the only time that when they blow that, so the ladies can go together and do the taro patch at the same time. And when before they do this, they have to announce, call meeting, and tell what will happen. Mm-hmm. So the people were aware of what will happen.
Did you want to add something?
No.
Okay. You were talking earlier about respectful words between men and women and older, younger, shows the relationship. How does it make you feel, or why is it important to you when your sister shows you respect? And what are some ways that women show respect to men? What are some ways that, for example, your sister might show respect to you?
Rene ikidengare mongere po ayai ikana po no purito ngare ngangi po mat ir sap mati wanun por po ito ngar po paro ar po to na auto ikina pani wa ikana po no ni petane mangyayangay man merabut yung paniyaw po ito para po mga man ara po inetir ngarabut ra po ito ngar sa paayurte rapon mat rawati man nagat sa man o me ana mongo itang irna naman ra po itara fer.
So a couple of things is your sister, or actually even your cousin, right?
Yeah.
Who's a female. This is the word for sister. If you are there, she will physically lower herself. Apparo, they call it. Lower herself in your presence, not walk upright in front of you. Or if you are eating, she will wait for you to finish eating and get up before she gets up. How does it make you feel when your sisters show you that kind of respect?
If me, I will feel good about it, because I know that she respect me. I feel good about it.
And on the flip side, how do you show respect to your sisters, for example?
On what?
How do you also show respect to your sisters? What are some ways that you show respect?
Some ways that I have to respect, that I have to show the respect to my sister is whatever she asks me to do for her, I can do it for her. What are the proper the things that I can do to her? Like if she asks me to make her a loom for her, the loom for her, so I go and make for her, for my sister. And there are also some things that shows respect to her, like
Tapi ka rapugay no fita.
like when you go fishing, whatever we catch, we can share to our sister.
Nga reir rapu yang adi mer manger po. Ana mo fitani to yen rapu akide manusat na yonikat. Inagi panewa wasipuna si aferi. Metao mano manger pada neat ana meren.
So kind of like she relies on you to do certain physical things or difficult things. She can always rely on her brother to do it for her.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid growing up here, I knew that I could always call on my cousins or my uncles to defend me. Is this something that's also true in Satawal?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. What are some ways, or why do you think it's still important to have respect for other people? This is kind of a weird question, but respect is very important in the Carolinian culture and the Chamorro culture. What would life be like if you did not have this respect in your community?
I think if we don't have respect in the community or on the island will, they're always in trouble. You know, because if I know that my nephews or my nieces are supposed to say the respectful to me, but they never, so I need to beat them up or they can enter somebody's land, or they can enter somebody's house, so they make trouble and the people will fight. if you don't have respect. By entering somebody's properties is not a respectful way. We always ask permission.
So it's so important that you would even punish your kids if they were not showing proper respect.
Yeah.
Mm.
Correct.
What are some ways you taught your children to show respect, or was that mostly the mom's job?
No, not the mom's job only, but us.
Panirarmuen sam yangang. Ayo pada awa siganangan nirnail puito wa mefita resapu meti note wani manawa.
Walk in front of I'm sorry.
Fita.
Those the canoes that coming from fishing.
Yes.
We have to tell our kids not to go down when they're in the men's house or near outside the men's house when they come from fishing.
They have to wait a certain amount of time.
They have to wait until when the distribution of fish finished and everybody's finished in the men's house, then they can go down and play.
Okay. I remember when we were there, women were not supposed to walk in front of the men's house, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, we spent a lot of time going around.
Going around.
Yeah.
The only time that the women can go in the men's house or outside the men's house is when the chiefs call meeting for everybody to meet in the men's house. That's the only time that the women can enter.
And the women's house, which is kind of like the cooking place, can men approach it without a reason or any time?
No, there's a place where, like first menstrual period, ladies' period. So the place where they stay, men cannot go there.
I think it's the menstrual house or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
And then there's also a cooking place.
cooking house.
Cooking house.
Manum.
As we're coming to the close of our show, what would you want to share with the people of the Marianas, Saipan, your first time here? You've been here for a few days. The people, all the people who live here, and especially the Carolinians, about respect or life lessons that you could share with us from Satawal. What would you want to tell them?
If the people, if the Carolinian people do the same thing that we used to do on Satawal, then maybe it's going to be peaceful. Because there are some certain words that we used to say or tell the older people and ladies. Ladies are some certain words that they can tell or say to their brothers or younger. I mean, older people. You know, because most of the time the people talk are in English, so I don't know if, you know, that there's no Awoowoo in English that I can tell. If they practice speaking our language, Carolinian language, then we can tell that, oh, there is Awoowoo there on Saipan. But since we all speak English, oh, I don't know how I can say.
It's hard to see.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
It's,
Okay.
it's hard to tell. That guy is Awoowoo. That guy doesn't Awoowoo. Because the words that we are saying is it's not our.
Everybody uses the same words, so you can't tell if they're using respectful words or how they're related to each other.
Are related to each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
E pani re ue nga re tipeni re se iper chamoro kare chiniana me rota. Re tipeni re pue kapung Awoowoo re pue Awoowoo rer rai to Satawal re pue to kapung. Yeah.
So what he said was, if anybody wants to learn respect, you're welcome to come to Satawal and experience it and learn it there. I like to always end on something positive, but I just want to ask this one question that came to mind. How do you respond when you are treating somebody with respect and they don't treat you with respect in return? Because that happens a lot today.
Yeah, it happens a lot. If the person didn't respect us, so I have to go to the oldest in his clan or in her clan to talk to that person.
Erailug, you want to say?
Para e pueri na pu o se mesakur anenge rarmasor faniu.
It shows that you're not afraid of anybody or you have no respect.
Sara mawawa ngani rarmasar faniu. Ina sisigara furi memesar on faniu.
So you're always thinking about other people,
Yeah,
how you are relating to other people.
not myself. I always think of other people.
That's really what respect is, right?
Yeah.
Thinking of other people and not just yourself. Very interesting. Eormas, is there anything else you would like to say?
I haven't let.
Nang eorius. Ipanga di gura pa kinere gere am pugigir toike. Sweet to fiang.
Oh, that's right. We'd like to thank you for bringing us here for the show.
Man, I want to thank you guys. Thank you for being brave and for opening your hearts to share a little bit, not a lot of time today, but a little bit. Blessings when you return home.
Thank you.
Why Rikirik? Did I say it correctly?
Rikirik.
Why Rikirik? Not Rikirik. That means like a stealer, right? Am I right? Everybody says a troublemaker. Why Rikirik is the right is. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for listening in on our chat today with Metewalur and Erailug talking about Awoowoo respect as it plays out in their community in Satawal in the Carolinian Islands. This has been your Humanities Half Hour. I'm Catherine Perry.
Your Humanities Half Hour has been made possible in part by a major grant from the National Endowment for the Humanities. Democracy demands wisdom. Any views, findings, conclusions, or recommendations expressed in this program do not necessarily represent those of the National Endowment for the Humanities. For more information or to share your thoughts, contact the Northern Marianas Humanities Council at nmhcouncil.org or on social media at 670 Humanities. That's 670 Humanities.